All right, how guys doing today? We about to hop into the reading of Proverbs chapter 6, the review, my bad. And the first things first, though, just want to make sure y'all like that video, man. Hit a little exit full screen, scroll a bit, like it, and then full screen it back up. You feel me? So, my son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth, and you're taken with the words of thy mouth. And what this is talking about is, let's say, debt or collateral, if you want to say. So like putting, so you got somebody who's got some debt, whatever, you're helping them out. Make sure not to go down with them, right? You're snared with the words of your mouth. You went into this deal with them and now you're taken by it. So they messed up and now you're going down too because you struck the deal with them. And this isn't, he made the mention to say in the sermon, this isn't necessarily to say you should never deal with business with other people, or like if you have the financial means to help somebody out, you shouldn't help them out. But you shouldn't help them out if it's going to lead to your own destruction, and it's going to lead to you overall just being like, I can't go back from that. Like, I'm literally screwed now that I went into this business deal. Like, if you got room to, take a hit if things do go bad, but overall you want to help and your heart's in the right place and you know that person, you trust that person, then overall God is saying, like, do as you're led. But at the same time, if you're literally gonna financially ruin, you can't help after that fact. So it's like you want to help, but you also don't want to screw yourself out of being never able to help again, if you catch the drift. So it says, now, if this is the case, do this now, deliver yourself when you're coming to the hand of your friend, go and humble thyself and make sure of your friend, right? Beg yourself, humble yourself, plead with your friend, get out of that situation if you can, right? Because obviously wisdom would say, don't do it firstly, but if this wisdom is coming too late and you've already do it, beg. And if this is your friend, if this is truly somebody that, loves you the same as you love them, then you should be fine. And it's saying, don't give sleep and don't sleep again. Deliver yourself like a roe would from a hunter and the bird from the hand of the fowler, right? You're literally trapped with this person. Say, please release me. I tried to help. It didn't necessarily work out. Obviously you don't want to say this is on you, it's your fault, but in nicer words, I tried to help, it didn't work out. Could you please, for my own sake of being right? You don't always want to go down with that person if you don't have to, right? Because somebody's got to stay up to help out. It's like if you're going down with your friend, you obviously don't snitch on your friend, because if one of you's outside, they can send somebody to you inside to make your time better rather than both of you just being in jail, right? What sense does that make? Especially if you're going to be away for a long time, and some people see it like that. Some people see the other way, where it's like, well, we both in this together, we going down together. And it's like, shouldn't have done that business with you. And that's where this wisdom comes in, right? So it says, watch the ant, you lazy man, consider her ways and be wise. And this is talking about literally an ant on the ground. If you ever see how hard they work, right? Their body to strength ratio is insane. I think the dung beetle is the highest body to like strength ratio, because they can lift like 400 times their weight or something like that. And an ant is also pretty significant. Dung beetle is considered the strongest animal in the world. It can pull up to 1,141 times its own body weight, making it proportionally stronger than even elephants. However, in terms of absolute strength, the African bush elephant is the strongest overall. And this thing, he says, ants are incredibly strong. For this, the AI overview, I don't know how true it is, where it pulls information from. Terminix.com says many ants can carry 10 to 50 times their total weight. Ants are incredibly strong for their size. They're able to lift 5,000 times their own body weight. They're one of the strongest living creatures on Earth. Wait, if they're able to lift up to 5,000 times, and the dung beetle was only 1,000, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, cool. But they say basically it's equivalent to a 180-pound human carrying a full-grown cow. I don't know if you ever tried to pick up a cow, but shoot, congrats with that. Cows weigh around 1,200 pounds. There's not even many people that can deadlift 1,000 pounds, let alone pick up and carry for distance 1,000 pounds, right? We be the strongest people on earth, be one rep maxing 1,000 pounds. Ants will pick that up and walk with it. So it's basically saying God's way of, look at these creatures that I've made with the work ethic that they have. Follow after that example. Consider her ways and be wise. Work hard and then also be wise. Because these people, they have no guide, no overseer, no ruler, but they provide meat in the summer. They gather food in the harvest, right? Or she prepares the food in the summer and brings in the stuff in the harvest, right? They work hard. And to be fair, in the sermon, he was saying they have no guide, no overseer, no ruler. there's the queen ant. I don't know how, I know she's the birther. If you ever played Champions of North on PS2, you know exactly how that works. But there's the birth queen. Let me look. Okay, they only have 3 roles. So they only have 3 roles, right? We got the queen, leader, and founder. I don't know how she leads. Nothing really says. Queens head the colony, they lay the eggs. It pretty much seems like they're just the reproducers. I just looked over here. You can read that if you want. Just that. Anyway. Yeah, so the queen is the leader and founder. The worker ants are sterile, wingless females. Wingless females that provide a variety of tasks. They build the nest, care for the queen, brood, share information using their antennas, and worker ants are vital to the colony's survival. The males, they mate with the queen and die afterwards. They are the reproductive ants. So the workers, they can't do anything, but they're the workers. They carry the work, and they're basically talking about them, right? The queen just sits there mating all day, I guess, and the females, they go out and do all the work. So consider their ways, right? Obviously, it's not saying that the ants, be women and everything going out working, but at the same time, you get the point it's trying to make. You see how hard they work, and the fact that there's nobody like, do this, do that, do this. It's a communicative effort, a community effort on behalf of the ants to achieve success. So it says, how long will you sleep, lazy man? When are you going to get out of your sleep, lazy man? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that works, and thy want as an armed man coming to break it down. Right? So basically saying, you sleeping, you not getting up, you folding your hands, you're going to be broke. And want's going to show up like, hey, what are we doing? You're going to look at yourself like, man, what's going on? Where is everything I want and I work for, right? You can't sleep all day and be like, I want a whole lot of crap, but where's it at? Where's my iPhone 16? Where's my PS5? Where is it? But at the same time, there's the dual paradox of somebody like me, for example, where, I won't say I work very hard. I spend a lot of my downtime doing whatever the frick, but, I procrastinate a lot, but I also like to stay busy. So much so that the want, it's still like an armed man to some extent. Not as severe as when you're broken. You're like, I want this, I want that, I want that, I want this, right? But at the same time, it's like I don't give myself the desires that I want fully. Like, I want to sit down, I want to play video games. I keep myself too busy to the point where I'm like, I only have an hour. It's not enough. Like, I want more digestible time than that. So I just don't do it. And then I push off the desire, push off the desire, push off the desire. So it's something to look forward to, which I almost think subconsciously is like me mimicking my pushing off of heaven, where it's like, well, it's coming one day and I'll get to do it one day, where it's like, there's something to look forward to. And I think that's what everybody needs to see. I was watching a video about this video game I play on my phone, and it was like, everybody wants everything now, 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 now. But that's not good for the game, because if you have everything now, then eventually it'll get stale because you have nothing to work towards, which is the same here. It's a healthy balance of you're working towards something, but you're also gaining something, and not just I have it all, and also not I have nothing, so I only want, and I have everything, so I can't want anymore. It's got to be a healthy balance of I'm doing something, I'm getting something, there's still more I want, but you got to work like an ant. And that's how we should be working for heaven. Did I cook? But a naughty person, a wicked man, he walks with a froward mouth, winking his eyes, speaking with his feet, and teaching with his fingers. Right? And we can break this down a little bit more, right? Break it down. Winks with his eye in mockery, shuffles his feet to signal, points with his fingers to give subversive instructions. I don't know if you guys have ever been mischievous before, but you're making fun of somebody. Point and laugh, right? Winking their eyes. You understand that. Shuffles their feet to signal. There's foot signals too, but also it could be like they're walking in the way of like evil. Frowardness is in the heart, and that's exactly what I think it was James or First Peter, wherever it's talking about the tongue. I think it's James, where we talk about bridling the tongue, right? It comes from the heart and then it comes out with the mouth. So frowardness starts from the heart, and it devises mischief continuously and sows discord, right? Sows disagreement. Therefore, calamity, disaster is going to come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. There's no remedy. There's no curse. There's no cure for this naughty person, this wicked man, this lazy dude. And then he was talking about how this verse, there are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 an abomination to him. That this was a normal like poetic device for them to use back in the day, where it says 6 things. Actually, 7. And we just look at this like, oh, he just remembered a thing mid-thought. Like, there's 6 things. Oh, wait, no, there's 7. But this was a strong thing. And I can kind of see the purpose where it's trying to gain attention. Like, there's 6 things. Wait a second. There's 7. Or there's 6 things. No, 7. It's like an attention grabber statement. So I can see it. I can see that. Right? A proud look. Somebody's looking proud. If you're exalting yourself too high, you're going to think you're above God. And you're going to think, oh, I can get into heaven by myself. You can't. Spoiler alert, you cannot. Not today. Right? A lying tongue, bearing false witness, that lie. Somebody's always deceitful. 7 things are an abomination to him. He hates the Lord. Proud look, lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, murderers. Heart that devises wicked imaginations. That's why Jesus came down and he said he can change our heart from the inside. Right? He can change that. The froward the frowardness comes from the heart. A heart devises wicked imaginations. The Lord can change that. The Lord hates a heart that devises wicked imaginations. The Lord can also change that. Feet that be swift and running to mischief, right? That shuffling of feet that is swift to running to mischief, people that are really quick to do some crazy stuff, A false witness that speaks in lies, same thing as a liar earlier, right? False witness, he's speaking in lies. Sowing discord among brethren, like, come on, man. What you got going on? What you doing all that for, All right, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys have yourselves fantastic the rest of your day. Peace.